Ursuline's first football state championship in 2000 was a special time for Irish fans. Tommy Manning was an integral part of that team. A four-year member of the football team, Tommy was named team captain for 2 consecutive years and started 35 games at center. He was twice named to both First Team All-Steel Valley, First Team Northeast Inland District, and First Team All-Ohio. Tommy was also selected to play in the North-South All-Star Game. When asked what Ursuline High School meant to him, Tommy said that 17 Mannings are Ursuline alumni. One of his earliest memories is attending football games with his father and grandfather. Please join me in welcoming our newest inductee, Mr. Tommy Manning.
This should be interesting. First, I just want to take a second and really thank Ursuline High School. Okay, thank the administration, thank Carolyn Korenik. Okay, thank for everybody that put this thing together. I can't tell you the honor and privilege that it is to stand up here in front of you. For as long as I can remember, okay, Ursuline football is what we did in the Manning household. Okay, as a child, like you guys don't know this, okay, but my earliest memories is Mac Ranieri, number 44 on the tackle. Vinnie Burton in those stupid spandex, Irish up the side. You could ask my mom, I wanted a pair. I played Liberty Little Leopards. I said, I want a pair like Vinnie Burton. Okay? Chris Kerr taught me how to showboat. Okay? My dad taught me how to stop showboat. I remember Ian McKenna, senior pitcher, catching the ball like this, and then he never caught a ball during the season. I remember it all. Okay? But really the point of it is, okay, the point of it is that Ursuline football from day one has had such an impact on myself and my family, and I'll be forever grateful for what it's taught me and for really the course that it's taken me down. The first thing I'd like to do is just a few thank yous, okay? Obviously, I like to thank my family. Anybody that knows any Manning, okay, knows that there's a million of us and we love football. My earliest memory as a kid is going to the football games with my dad and my grandfather, getting in their Toyota Camry and finding a way to park on one of the side streets so you didn't have to pay, to park, okay, and walk across the bridge and go to the game. Yeah. And for me, though, I'll never forget that. There's moments that I'll cherish more than anything, for the rest of my life. I'd like to thank my extended family. There's a million of them. Everybody over here on the side. There's probably too many to name, okay, but I've been supported greater than anybody's ever been supported. Aunts, uncles, cousins. It's been fantastic my entire life, and it's taken me down great paths. More importantly, I'd like to thank my immediate family. My brother Pat, my sister Megan, my wife Sally, and most importantly, my mother Alice Manning and my father Tom Manning. We grew up on the north side, and they made a lot of sacrifices to get me to go to Ursuline High School, and really, they are everything that I've become, and they're everything that I stand for, and I fully believe in them, and I love them. Thank you. Also, I'd like to thank my grandmother that's here, Newts Ball. I'd like to also thank my grandfather, John Manning, who's a Hall of Fame inductee, who's no longer with us. He'd be happier than anybody you can imagine. Secondly, I'd like to thank my teammates. I think, it's great to be, it is great, especially as a young guy, man, it is really great to be introduced and to be recognized for your personal achievements, okay? But the one thing that I think is really important to understand is football is the ultimate team game. It is the game that, man, if there's one weak link, there's no chance. You got no chance to survive. And the one thing I believe that made our state championship team better than anybody else, okay? We had a lot of talent. But there's been a lot of talent here years before, and years before, and years before. They're all sitting in this room, okay? But I believe, and no offense to anybody, but what made that team great was we had the greatest set of teammates that you could ever have. I got lucky enough to have a few here, Scott and Rob Smoltz, who I believe exemplify courage and attitude and effort. really fortunate that team has helped us win Ursuline High School its first state championship, and obviously a lot came after that. I've had a lot of great things happen to me in the game of football. I've been lucky enough to be a part of a couple of national championships. I've played in bowl games and won bowl games. I've played in championship games as a coach. But nothing is like that first state championship here on the north side of Youngstown. Lastly, I think I want to thank the coaches. Okay, and it's easy to say thanks, coach. You did a great job. But the one thing I think it's really hard to remember sometimes is the coaches at Ursuline High School are as good as anywhere in the country. And I've decided that, I've got into coaching since graduating from Ursuline High School. It's my passion. I do it for a living. And it's become extremely evident to me that the coaches that I had here at Ursuline High School are as good as anywhere they come. And how I know that is the same things that I teach to my young men now, okay, just the foundational, the fundamentals of football are the same things that I learned at Ursuline High School. More importantly, the things that I think are important that have become my foundational principles are the things that I was taught by our coaches right out there on Wick Avenue. And I'll be forever grateful for the coaches that I had. Jim Vivo, fantastic football coach. Mr. Schaberta, I can't thank the emotional support and just the kind of great guy that he was. Obviously, Scott Nitzwicki, who was early in my career, he's just a fantastic football coach. And I really appreciate those coaches. In the current staff here now, we're extremely lucky. We're extremely lucky for the coaches that we've had, past and present, and I'd just like to give them a round of applause. And lastly, I just can't tell you what a privilege and honor that it is. I can stand here before you and tell you, man, this is something that I never thought would ever happen to me. Okay, really, when I got the phone call, I was as shocked as anybody. And the only thing I can tell you is the only reason I'm here is because of the great people at Ursuline High School, the great family that has raised me, and the great teammates that I had. Thank you very much.